Students, let us now look into a question related to vertebral column, bones of vertebral column. Which one of the following is showing the correct sequential order of vertebral column? Option of human being. Option A, cervical, lumbar, thoracic, sacral, coccygeal. Cervical, thoracic, sacral, lumbar, coccygeal. Option C, cervical, sacral, thoracic, lumbar, coccygeal. Cervical, thoracic, lumbar, sacral and coccygeal. As you all know, in axial skeletal system there are 80 bones. In appendicular skeletal system there are 126 bones. Appendicular skeletal system include pectoral girdle, pelvic girdle, bones of forearms, that is limbs and hands. There are 30 bones in hands and 30 bones in legs. Altogether there are 100 to 120 bones in hands and legs: femur, radius, ulna, carpal, metacarpal and phalanges, 14 phalanges. So, like this total number of bones in skeletal system is 206. In vertebral column, the correct sequence here is option D, that is cervical vertebrae, where there are 7 bones. Thoracic, there are 12 vertebrae. Lumbar, 5 bones. Sacral, 5 bones and coccygeal, 4 fused bones. So, the correct option for this question is option D, that is cervical followed by thoracic bone, 12 thoracic bone, followed by 5 lumbar bone, that is followed by sacral bone and coccygeal bone. Students, now let us take up some questions related to chapter neural control and coordination. Question is, corpus callosum connects option A to cerebellar hemisphere, option B to cerebellar hemisphere, option C medulla and cerebellum, option D pons and cerebellum. Here, as you all know, the cerebrum is made up of 2 hemispheres, left cerebellar hemisphere and right cerebellar hemisphere. These 2 hemispheres are connected from inside by tissue made up of neuron, made up of axons of neuron, that is called as corpus callosum. 2 cerebellar hemisphere are also interconnected by vermis, but option C and D, medulla and cerebellum, pons and cerebellum are the parts of the brain. So, the answer here is option A, 2 cerebellar hemisphere. Corpus callosum connects 2 cerebellar hemisphere. Next question, match the items in column 1 with column 2 and choose the correct option. In column 1 we have various parts of the brain, and in column 2 we have functions of those various parts of the brain. Cerebrum is the seat of intelligence, it is a site of speech, memory, thought. Cerebellum controls body posture, coordinated muscular movement, whereas hypothalamus is a region in which pituitary is present. It controls the functions of the pituitary. So, hypothalamus is also called master of master gland. Pituitary is master gland, which is master endocrine gland. That master endocrine gland is under the control of hypothalamus, and midbrain is a region where there is associated function like vision and hearing. So, here if you match the various parts of the brain with the functions, cerebrum controls, it is a seat of intelligence, A4, we have A4 in the option D. Cerebellum is a region which maintains body posture, that is B phi. We have B phi in option D. Hypothalamus controls pituitary, that is C1. So, C1 is there in option D, and last, that is midbrain controls vision and hearing, that is D2. So, D2 here. So, the answer for this question is the option D. Next question, potential difference across resting membrane is negatively charged. This is due to differential distribution of the following ions. Options are sodium and potassium, option B CO3 minus minus and chloride ion, option C calcium and magnesium ion, and option D calcium and chloride ion. As you all know, during conduction of nerve impulse, where a polarized neuron negatively charged outside and positively charged inside. This is because of differential distribution of ions, two ions, that is sodium and potassium. There are more sodium ions in the outer surface of the membrane, and there are more potassium ions in the inner surface of the membrane. This potential difference is called resting membrane potential. When a stimulus is given to a neuron, this ion distribution gets disturbed. There is active influx of exflux of potassium ion to the outside and influx of sodium ion, where now it becomes negative towards inner surface and positive towards outer surface. This we call action potential or nerve impulse. This nerve impulse travels all along the length of the axon at a high speed. We call that as conduction of nerve impulse. Now, the question here is the potential difference across the resting membrane of an is negatively charged. This is due to differential distribution of ions, that is sodium and potassium. The rest of the ions are of course electrolytes. They are present in the extracellular or intracellular spaces of the body. Nerve impulse is generated when a nerve cell undergoes, options are hyperpolarization, option B depolarization, option D pseudopolarization, and option D repolarization. As you all know, during action potential, when there is conduction of nerve impulse, the membrane potential between outer and inner surface of the nerve fiber, there are more potassium ions in the inner surface and there are more sodium ions in the outer surface. So, the charge potential difference here is negatively charged towards inner surface and positive charges towards the outer surface. We call this as resting membrane potential. When a stimulus is given to the neuron, there is an imbalance in the ions charges. Now, there is active influx of sodium into the neuron, nerve fiber, and active efflux, outflux of potassium ion. Now, inside the membrane it becomes more positively charged and outside the membrane it becomes negatively charged. This condition is called polarization. Before polarization, depolarization. Before conduction of nerve impulse, this condition is called polarization. When an impulse is given, when a stimulus is given to the nerve fiber, it becomes repolarization. So, the question is, nerve impulse is generated when the nerve cell undergoes. The option here is depolarization. Option B is the correct answer. ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳೇ, ಇಷ್ಟೊತ್ತವರೆಗೂ ಲೊಕೊಮೋಷನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ ಮತ್ತು ನ್ಯೂರಲ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಷನ್ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥ 2 ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂಥ CET ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಮುಂಬರುವ CET ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಉತ್ತಮವಾದಂಥ ಒಂದು ಸಾಧನೆಯನ್ನು ನೀವು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಆಶಾಭಾವನೆಯೊಂದಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಆಲ್ ದ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್.